Hello, the purpose of this video is to provide some objective evidence on the bug that is currently surrounding multiple hit explosive weapons. And the bug is that how the nanos affect the secondary explosives. That is the bug. And let me explain it before I provide clips that objectively showcase how it's working right now, because there's a lot of just misinformation surrounding it. So the way it works is siphon specifically doesn't work at all. The main rocket doesn't get it, and the side rockets don't get it. Siphon just doesn't work on these weapons right now for some reason. Radiation, the main rocket gets the damage bypass on armor, but the secondary rockets do not. And if a debuff nano is applied to an enemy, think fire, electric, etc., that alters damage, then the side rockets will gain that increased damage. Yeah, that's probably the best way to just explain what's going on. So now let me get into the clips. Hi, so in this clip I'm going to show how siphon just doesn't work at all in particular. So I get the main hit of the rocket and then all those splash hits, and you can see in the top left there my health didn't move at all. And to prove it, this is a siphon rocket. Now let me pull out a non-siphon splash gun, and you can see how this is meant to work as soon as I walk over, because lol. But you can see how this is intended to work with just a regular weapon here. So you can see I'm gaining health and shield for shooting this guy, even if it's really small increments. But I gained all my health back really quickly there. For some reason, splash weapons in particular, like Siphon in particular on Purgs and MCs, it doesn't do anything in any capacity. Hello, something I'd like to show off is how radiation doesn't do anything. So that guy takes 6,000 and 28,000 on each of the rockets there, as you just saw. And this is a 27k damage mass cannon. This is also a 27k damage mass cannon. But if I shoot his foot, he takes 8,000. And that was kind of not a good example because that guy ran in and fucked the numbers all up. But this guy takes 8,000 on the main rocket, and as you see, 28 and 24,000 on all the side rockets. So as expected, the main rocket gains the radiation effect, but the side rockets do not. So, yeah. As you can see, the numbers are like pretty consistent across the board. You occasionally hit a 32k, but that's not related to radiation. That's just damage radius. In this clip, I'm going to show how the side rockets are impacted by nanos. So if I shoot this guy nanoless, you can see he takes 26k across the board on all those numbers. Like every single rocket there. Now, if this guy gets CN'd, I can show you how the fire nano affects him. And you can see there 41k, 27k, and the other one was 40k. So the side rockets definitely can benefit from the nanos, but I will say it's a little bit inconsistent. Like right there, that guy got 30k and then all 40ks. It really does just seem like there's one particular side rocket that will just never do full damage for whatever reason. But the side rockets are definitely benefiting from the nanos. Even that rocket right there was 30k as opposed to 26k, and it hit super far away. So hopefully, as the clips just showcased to you, there's something seriously not right with these weapons right now. Particularly, it just doesn't seem like inherent nano effects, be it damage increases, armor ignoring, siphon, are just not being applied to spawn projectiles. It seems like there's a missing flag, and instead of them inheriting the natural nano abilities of the main rocket, they're just getting treated like they're nanoless. Because one thing that you might have noticed is a lot of those rockets were hitting for like 28-ish K in that ballpark on a 27k gun. Well, the difference between no nano and having a nano is you do 10% more base damage when nanoless. Well, the difference between 26k and 28k is almost 10%. So if I had to guess what's going on here, it's that the spawn projectiles are just getting treated as if they're nanoless projectiles and not getting the nano from the actual rocket like it's supposed to. So what this actually means right now is siphon doesn't do anything and should never be used. Radiation effectively does nothing and should never be used. And really, nanoless is just the best way to run purgatory and mass cannon until this bug gets fixed. Okay, thank you. I hope this video gets this fixed quickly.